Hey there! Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, how you can use the smallest, simplest words to unlock some of the biggest concepts out there. It's all about finding the incredible strength in keeping things simple.
So let me just start by asking you this. How do you actually talk about massive, universal ideas? Things like life, love, war, or even death, using words that pretty much anyone can grasp. It's honestly a much bigger challenge than you might think.
And that challenge, well, it points to a problem we all run into, the wall you hit with overly complex language.
And the result is, well, it's pretty straightforward. When we start throwing around jargon, technical terms, or these super complicated sentences, we just lose people. The ideas get trapped, and understanding, it just breaks down. And this isn't some academic thing. It happens everywhere, from scientific research all the way down to our daily chats.
But what if there was a system actually designed to solve this? That brings us to a really fascinating solution that was developed almost 100 years ago. It's a system called Basic English.
At the very heart of Basic English is this one number, 850. That's it. The entire system is built on a core list of just 850 words. Each one was handpicked for its power and its versatility. The whole point wasn't to dumb English down, not at all. It was to find its essential core, a clear, universal foundation that's powerful enough to explain pretty much anything.
And to really see how this works, we're going to do a little deep dive. We're going to take just one single word from that 850-word list and see how the Simple English Wiktionary defines and uses it. Okay, so the word we're going to unpack is death. It's a huge, incredibly profound concept, right? Which honestly makes it the perfect test to see if simple language can really handle the heavy lifting.
So let's start at the very, very beginning. How do you even say it? The Simple English Wiktionary kicks things off with the phonetic spelling, just to make sure that even the sound of the word is crystal clear right from the get-go.
All right, let's check out the first meaning. It's defined as the end of life and existence. And the key thing to notice here is that it's marked as uncountable. That means we're not talking about a single event. This is death as a big abstract idea, the concept itself.
And this is where it gets interesting. This is how we start to build a richer picture. The synonyms, words like bereavement and loss, they help to color in that abstract meaning. And at the same time, the antonym, birth, gives us a really clear opposite, which makes the whole concept even sharper in our minds.
Okay, moving on to the second meaning, and you'll see how it builds on the first. Here, death is also uncountable, but the definition is just a little different, the state of being dead. So it's not the event, not the moment life ends, but the condition after that moment.
The synonyms here really drive that home. Words like deadness and lifelessness, they reinforce this idea of a static condition. And then you have the antonyms, life and vitality, which provide this really powerful contrast. See what's happening? We're using simple, related words to get at a very nuanced idea.
Now for the third meaning, which adds yet another layer. This time, it's the end of one's life. And the really important bit here is that this can be countable. So we're not talking about some big abstract thing anymore. We're talking about a specific event that you can actually count. 1 death, 2 deaths, and so on.
And the synonyms for this one, fatality and casualty, totally confirm this shift in meaning. They point directly to individual cases, to specific events. This is how a system built on simplicity can still be incredibly precise, by carefully separating the abstract from the specific.
So, definitions are one thing, but the real proof is in seeing the word in action, right? Let's look at a few examples straight from the source to see how these different meanings really work in a sentence.
In this first sentence, death and destruction are a part of war. We're seeing that first definition we talked about. Death here is being used as a huge, uncountable concept. It's that abstract force that's just woven into the fabric of war.
Now, check out this example. She looked happy, even in death. This is a perfect illustration of that second meaning. It's not about the moment she died. It's about her appearance in the state of being dead. It's describing a condition.
And finally, this one. The death of my wife was hard to accept. Right here, death is a very specific, countable event. It's one particular death that had a huge personal impact. This connects directly back to that third definition.
So we've just pulled apart one single word. What's the big takeaway from all this? Why does focusing on simplicity matter so much?
Well, it matters for a few huge reasons.
First off, this kind of deliberate simplicity creates real accessibility. It just opens up complex topics for anyone. It also builds incredible clarity, because you're cutting through all the jargon that leads to so much misunderstanding. And as we just saw with all those different shades of meaning for death, this approach gives you amazing precision. You can use simple building blocks to create really nuanced ideas. But maybe the most powerful thing of all is connection. It creates common ground, a shared foundation where we can all actually understand each other.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Think about all the complex ideas you bump into every day. In science, in art, in politics. What's the one big idea you really wish was explained with simple, clear, powerful words? The answer to that question might just show you how important this all really is.